Yep. So today, ladies, we are going over the December momentum method. So December is the month that separates the women who talk about changing from the women who actually fucking do it. Right? So most women shut down for the holidays. Like they stop caring, they stop trying, they tell themselves the same lie they told themselves last year. I'll start in January, right? But January, it's already too late, right? January is when motivation is fake. Gyms are absolutely packed, and most people quit before they even see results. So you're here because you want to try something different, and because you're tired of restarting that same cycle every single year. And I know you guys hate it, right? So December is honestly the best month of, or the best month for each year to start your fitness journey because it's going to give you momentum to get a head start and it's going to give you leverage. And you're going to walk into 2026 already like 4 weeks stronger, right? Already 4 weeks leaner, already 4 weeks ahead of all the other women ahead of you. Okay. So this is why now matters more. So the holidays aren't the problem, the lack of system is. So this season is where your cravings are going to hit harder because we got a lot of parties like Christmas parties, friends miss parties, whatever. And that's when your routines fall apart and your excuses to get the steps in, eat right, move more, all those excuses become louder, right? And that's exactly why December is the best time to build this discipline. Okay, so if you can stay consistent when it's cold, when it's dark, when it's busy, when it's stressful, when it's harder, you're gonna be unstoppable when summertime comes, right? You're gonna be unstoppable when summertime comes. It's warm, it's sunny. Everything's gonna be so much easier. So January doesn't make you feel strong. December does. Okay. And you don't learn resilience when everything feels perfect. You learn it right now when the world is slowing down, but you're not choosing to. Okay. And this is where your confidence is built in December. This is where your momentum starts. This is where you decide that next summer is will not look like last summer. Right? Because I know like a lot of you probably complained about like how last summer like you didn't want to be in a swimsuit. You didn't want to go out. You didn't want to socialize with your friends, right? But that's why if we get started now in December, that's how you're going to get ahead of the game from everyone else, right? So I call December the sleeping season advantage. So winter is the season when most women just mentally they like they've already checked out, right? They stop walking, they stop planning their meals, they stop caring about structure. But that's the advantage, right? Because while everyone is sleeping and doing absolutely nothing for themselves, you're quietly stacking those wins, right? You're quietly lifting in the gym when it's absolutely empty. And I know this because I've been going to the gym for 12, 13 years now. The gym is absolutely empty in December, right? So you're you're going getting your steps in when everyone is like laying in their bed doing absolutely fucking nothing, watching Christmas TV shows or whatever, or Christmas movies. They're honestly taking the piss, doing absolutely nothing, right? When it's December, that's the best time to build routines that women won't even start until probably January 8th, right? And then they give up February 2nd, right? They don't start January 1st. They start January 8th when they like sign up for membership and they're like, "Oh, let's do it." But then every year it's the same pattern. Trust me, guys. I've been going to the gym ever since like 2013. Like gym is busy the first 4 weeks and then it dies down in February. Mark my words, okay? But this is not going to be you this year, right? So your results multiply in silence because you're consistent during the months when no one is paying attention. This is why you should like this is when you should actually like get the stuff done, right? When you have the advantage, like everything is free. The gym is empty. There's no one that's going to be watching you do your workouts, right? This is your best time to learn. This is your best time to like start making mistakes. A lot can happen in a month, right? So That's the sleeping season advantage. And you build the body other women will wish they had by spring. You're going to be ahead of the game if you start now. Okay. So you like honestly, like the biggest idea here is to just start when everyone is lazy because again, there's no pressure, there's no comparison, and honestly, it's just pure momentum. Okay. So it's just you. It's you quietly improving while the rest of the world is being lazy, right? When you start now, when you're not trying to fight motivation, you're creating habits without needing motivation at all. You build momentum before the New Year rush, before the overwhelm, before the noise, when everyone's doing it at the same time, right? Consistency is easier when you're not comparing yourself to anyone. But by the time women start thinking about change, you'll already be like 4 weeks ahead. Like you'll be stronger 4 weeks, like by 4 weeks. You're gonna be four weeks worth like leaner. You're gonna be 4 weeks worth of having more discipline, right? You're gonna be finally in control in this time. Okay. So I'm not gonna leave you without anything. Here are 5 tiny habits that compound into the new year. It's only if you start now. Okay. So habit number one is what I call the 10-10-10 rule. So this is 10 squats before a meal. This is a 10-minute walk after your meal. And this is and then another 10 squats after your walk. Okay. So this is going to force your body to move even when you don't have energy, right? Again, the goal for fat loss is, of course, to eat more and move less. So sorry, it's to uh, eat less, move more, right? The goal of fat loss, eat less, move more. That's what fat loss is, okay? And it probably sounds like a silly rule, but then just remember, all the successful people in life have done all the crazy things in order to get to their goal, right? Like they did whatever it took in order to get to their goal, even if it meant being cringy, even if it meant failing, even if it meant looking stupid, right? They did anything in their power that would even get them an inch to their goal, right? So I can like relate it to my story as well. Like when I wanted to become a online personal trainer, I look back at my posts from when I first started and then they suck. They absolutely sucked so bad. But then nowadays, I have a lot of people complimenting on how good my content is now, right? In order to get to your goal, you got to be willing to do anything in your power in order to get you even like an inch closer to your goal, right? Another example is me, like I did not like public speaking before, but now I just do it every single day, right? And then I look back at like my public speaking videos or like my talking head videos back then, like even like a year ago, they sucked, right? But again, now people are complimenting on how much of a better speaker I am, right? Again, all the cringy stuff is probably what's going to get you to your goal, okay? So habit number two is you want protein as your first bites for any meal, okay? So no matter what meal you have, make sure protein is the first thing that goes into your mouth. And you probably heard me say this before, but the rule in order to feel faster is, of course, eating your protein first, then your veggies, and then your carbs, right? And trust me, it is honestly a game changer when you're trying to lose weight because when you eat more protein, this is going to prevent you from overeating. You're going to feel more full throughout the day. You're going to notice that you're not going to feel snacky throughout the day anymore. I've had tons of clients where once we increased our protein goal for the day, they notice they stop snacking. They notice that they stop craving sweets as well, right? This is going to prevent you from overeating, making sure that before you have something sweet, protein is the first thing you put in your mouth first. Okay? So the reason why you're doing this is, of course, you're hitting your protein goal faster, but also is to prevent feeling snacky throughout the rest of the day. Okay? So we're going to move on to habit number three. Okay, so this is not just like for like before the holidays. This is for like long term as well. Okay, so This is a very easy habit I even get a lot of my clients nowadays to do. So it's to water load. Okay. So that looks like drinking one glass of water before you meal and another glass of water after. Okay. And what that's going to do, it's going to reduce your cravings and it's going to make you feel full faster because you've got a big glass of water in your stomach already. You're just naturally going to not want to finish your meal. Right. And when you don't finish your meal, you're going to have less calories in overall. Right. But of course, you got to follow the order of eating protein and veggies. Right. So that you get your protein and veggies in. So and also, like the reason why we aim for at least 2 liters of water each day when we're trying to lose weight is because drinking more water is technically what's going to burn more calories as well. Like technically, when you're drinking water, your body needs to use calories in order for for the water that's going into your body to be changed in a specific temperature. Okay, so for cold water, your body needs to use energy or calories to bring it to a specific temperature in order for it to be stored in your body, right? Or like be taken into your body. And technically, you are burning calories when drinking more water, okay? But also, it's to make you not feel hungry throughout the day as well. Again, water is 0 calories, and we live off water, right? So easy one. This is super easy. Even to this day, like when I'm cutting, I'll drink like 2 glasses of water before eating my meal, and then I'll have my actual meal. Okay. Habit number four. So this might look like a bit too much, but this was a game changer for a lot of the women that joined the soft sculpt method. So this is 30 minutes of fasted movement. So if you're not sure what fasted movement is, it's pretty much doing something on an empty stomach or moving while fasted, or fasted means like a not having something in your tummy. Okay. So this is going to help train your body to function in a fasted state. Okay. So you're training your body to function even though you're hungry so that you won't feel those hunger pains anymore that you feel when you have an empty stomach. The pain isn't going to be as severe when you train your body like this. Okay. It's going to feel painful at first, but only for the first 2 weeks. And you're going to notice that you're not going to feel hungry in the morning, which is going to allow you to have like maybe 2 meals in a day, two big meals, but still fitting in your calories, right? And also you're training your body so that um you have that lessened pain of the hunger pains. I think I said that already. Anyways, yeah, so like I noticed even like on social media, a lot of doctors nowadays are promoting fasting. And what they're promoting is that like we honestly don't even need that much food every single day. Like 3 meals, honestly, is not what we need. 2 meals is already good. Two big meals is good, right? And what I've learned from a lot of ladies as well is like 2 meals works best for them as well. So a lot of the ladies in the salsa sculpting method, they learn that having two big meals is way better than having 3 meals overall, which caused less bloating as well. And I know for a lot of ladies, bloating is one of the most annoying things when uh, when they don't really think or when their nutrition isn't really taken seriously. And it's just annoying because it just happens like throughout the day, right? But also makes you feel like shitty in your clothes. Okay. Habit number five. Oh, actually, I'll talk more a bit. I'll talk a bit more about this one. Okay. So, yeah. So even for like doing 30 minutes of fastest movement is going to get you ahead in the game when it comes to getting your step goal. Ideally, like a lot of the ladies in the program, they get 12,000 or more. But then if you get at least 3,000 in the beginning of the day, it's going to be easier for you to finish the steps by the end of the day. So you don't have to think about being on the treadmill for like an hour after work, right? You get a big chunk of that done in the beginning of the day. Okay. So habit number five, this is the last one, and it is honestly a game changer. And if you're thinking about having a treat, like this might sound like cuckoo, but like it makes sense. But if you're having a treat, wait 30 seconds before grabbing that treat. Okay. So before going for a treat, wait 30 seconds. And in that time, you're going to think about these things. Like, you're going to think, am I hungry or am I just bored? Do I really need these extra calories? How is this treat going to make me feel after I eat it? How is this treat going to make me feel while I eat it? Guilty, not guilty, right? Ask yourself those things. Take your time to ask yourself those things because, like, you're trying kind of training your brain as well to be more disciplined as well, right? This is a lot of people who have been successful with weight loss. They take the time to actually like think and be like, hmm, maybe I don't need this chocolate bar. Maybe I don't need this bubble tea. Maybe I don't need to go for a hot pot. Maybe go for something else, right? That's what separates a lot of the people that have been successful with fat loss versus the people that have been stuck with fat loss. They actually think, they mindfully eat, right? And if you're just gonna let your brain tell you that you deserve a treat, like it's your birthday every single day, honestly, like fat loss is gonna be so hard for you, okay? You really need to take the time before you have that meal. 30 seconds, that's all I ask for. Do I need this? Is it going to get me a step closer to my goal? How is it going to make me feel once I eat this? Is it going to make me feel guilty or is it going to make me feel like crap? Or is it going to make me feel good? Right? You got to ask yourself that as well, right? And I mean, if you want the treat, go for it, right? But if you really want to eat it slowly and mindfully. You probably heard this in like the program as well, or from some nutritionists. You always want to eat slowly and mindfully because when it comes to food, it gives you like when you're eating slowly and mindfully, it gives your body the time to recognize your hunger cues, but also it gives you that time to think about the feelings, like the textures, the taste that this specific food gives you, right? And that's you building a better relationship with the food because there's foods where honestly that don't fit well in my body. Like I know KFC sounds really good, but for me it's like when I eat it, yeah, it tastes good, but then like 2 hours later, I'm in the washroom all night, right? So ask yourself while you're eating that, how it feels in your mouth, how it tastes, how it makes you feel before eating it. Even after eating it, how does it make you feel, right? This is going to dictate if food is, or if this specific food is a good food for you or not, right? There are going to be some junk foods that are going to be sitting well in your body. There are going to be some that aren't. There's going to be some healthy food that sits well in your body. There's going to be some that aren't, right? So that's you developing a better relationship with food. And this is what a lot of ladies ask for, like, or they look for. They want this better relationship with food. Honestly, it's you got to think more mindfully when eating your food, right? I know it sounds like a very holistic point of view, but honestly, this is like one of the biggest game changers when it comes to eating healthier and building a better relationship with like your food and nutrition, right? Because there's so many out there that just eat without even thinking about what they're eating, right? Like they eat McDonald's and they're like, okay, cool, I ate McDonald's. But like for me, it's like when I eat McDonald's, like, yeah, McDonald's tastes good. But after I eat McDonald's, I just feel super sleepy after, right? You have to be aware of like what these foods do to you, right? If it's junk food, healthy food, whatever, any type of food. It's good to have a list of foods that sit well with your body, but also, so like green light foods are foods that sit well with your body and you can eat a ton of. Yellow light foods are foods that are so-so, like they are kind of healthy, but they're also naughty. There's red light foods as well that are super naughty you want to stay away from, right? And that list is different for everyone. Okay. Um, But yeah, like honestly, like when I eat junk food, my whole body just feels like crap. It feels like it doesn't want to move until the sun rises tomorrow, right? And that way of thinking is honestly a big game changer when it comes to building a better relationship with food. I think I've repeated myself 3 times already, but you're slowly going to realize what foods are good for you and what foods aren't, right? Like, is this gonna help you stop emotional eating? Or is this just gonna make me just autopilot snack? Right? Slowly, mindfully, that's the key to building a better relationship with food. Okay. So, um, my clients who have lost 10, 20, 30 pounds between November and February, they didn't do it from being perfect. They weren't eating salads at dinner time or Christmas dinner. They weren't eating salads. They weren't skipping every treat. They weren't working out 6 days a week. They were just simply being consistent while everyone else stopped trying. Okay, so they didn't binge, they didn't spiral, they indulged, but then they bounced back, right? One bad day isn't gonna fuck up your fat loss progress, okay? One bad meal is not gonna mess everything up. It's only gonna be messed up if you allow it to be messed up, right? If you decide to stay down while um while everyone is like doing the work, right? So they like all these ladies that have lost a ton of weight, they didn't do everything. They just did something every single day, right? That's why their results look like this. Because sustainable fat loss isn't about being perfect. It's about refusing to quit, even during the season where most women do, and that's December time. That's January. That's February as well, right? So the reason why this method works, this December method, this December momentum method works, is because you're building the discipline first. And what discipline does, it's going to give you results. And what results do, once you see more results, it's what's going to give you motivation. And that motivation is going to build momentum. So most women do this backwards. Like they wait for motivation to come. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait until like January when motivation is like more present. But honestly, that's clown face emoji. Like honestly, like they wonder why nothing changes once they wait for motivation to come. But when you build discipline in December, you're gonna walk into January all like already in motion, doing all these things. Like your body's gonna start changing faster. Your mindset's gonna be stronger already. Your habits are gonna be smoother. Like you're not starting over, you're just continuing while everyone is being lazy, right? That's what makes this different. And that's why your results are gonna stick if you start in December. Okay, so your next step after this, if you want your summer to look different, like this summer, if you want this next summer in 2026 to look different, if you're tired of hating the photos that you see of yourself, if you're tired of restarting every January with the same body and same regrets, then this is your moment to do something. This is your moment to do something different. This is your moment to be someone else, right? Don't wait. Don't negotiate with yourself. Like, don't talk yourself out of the version that you want to be, that you've been waiting for, that you always tell yourself that you're gonna be, but you've been holding on for so long, right? Commit to this December momentum. Okay. Commit starting now while everyone is stopping. Okay. So I want you to comment start right now, and I'll send you the exact December momentum plan that my most successful clients have used in order to change their lives to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, right? I just had a client that lost 50 pounds. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or Telegram. My Instagram is Ben Serratos Coaching. Oh, and I'm wearing my Christmas sweater. Christmas is next week. Or actually, no, it's Christmas is a month from now. Okay. Anyways, just being a bit more festive, and that's pretty much it for today. Have a good one. Peace.